What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Shepherd channel, coming to you with a super fast Friday edition of NBA Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become a proud center for great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. I'm recording about as late as I humanly possibly can here, 2:15 Eastern time, 11:15 out here on the West Coast. My dear God, it's late, but you know what? I put in that work, Devin. Don't give up. At Eric Lindquist over on X. You can follow along with me with my thread. I ended up firing up everything ahead of time on this video. That's that's going to be super rare when that happens, but was happy to do it. And we got a 7-game slate. I have a lot of really, really nice plays, including a plus 900 individual play. Yeah, you probably might be able to guess. No, you probably won't be able to guess where it comes from. Although we have hit plus 600, plus 700 with this individual a couple of times this season. So I'll get into the ins and outs of that. 50% off for the premium Discord if you guys want to sign up down below. Again, at Eric Lindquist, you can go give me a follow. Doing NBA leans, likes, and locks on the daily down there in tweet thread form. Yeah, they're still called tweets over there, even though it's not called Twitter anymore. Anywho, producer Jacob, hi, hello. How are you this fine day out in Las Vegas? Let's get to the picks. Our first game from the get-go, and I will throw this out there ahead of time just because I'm recording here on my own lonesome. It is super, super late. Producer Jacob's hanging out, but some of the numbers in your corner, the corner of your screen might change ever so slightly. So as I say things, don't take it absolutely verbatim because he's probably going to either take the live lines, maybe he takes directly what I said, but want you to know, don't freak out. Obviously, things change throughout the day. Odds are always moving, and they move even from the time I record this in 20 minutes after I get done. It'll be, shifting around. So keep that in mind. But anyway, now we party. We start with the Clippers taking on the Charlotte Hornets. They are 14.5-point favorites here on the road. I mean, that's like a Celtics on the road against a terrible basketball team, kind of a total. Only done out on the Clippers side. As for Charlotte, still without Ball, Williams, Miller, Martin. Yikes, Scoob. It's going to be gross. But I brought this up a little bit in the tweet thread. I'll bring it up now. Kawhi Leonard's insane. The Claw is completely back at this point in time. Now, he's not completely back in terms of his minutes. I don't think he can get to like 32 here, but even like 29, 30 minutes every single time out now, that's terrifying for the league because the number one offensive rating team in the NBA is the Cavs at 121.6. The Thunder are number one in defensive rating at 104.2. With Kawhi on the floor, they are better than both marks. 123 offensive rating and a 101.1 defensive rating. That is absurdly low. And again, low is good when it comes to defensive rating. However, I'm having a tough time pulling the trigger on anything here. And the play that I kind of weirdly like is Miles Bridges, just knowing that there might be the public betting it up. Now, why is that? Because he's just completely smashed in just 32 minutes against Brooklyn, despite the fact that they couldn't even get over 85 points in that basketball game. But he's had ridiculous numbers with Ball and Miller off the floor this season. There's also Williams out, so that helps the rebounding totals, but 33.5 PRA. It's at minus 120 at Bet365. Waiting for a couple more books to fire that one up. Keep that on your radar, but I'm just going to make it a lean for now. Haven't bet it. Second up, we got Dallas taking on Detroit. They are 1 point. They're getting 1 point is the Dallas Mavericks. And Detroit on the other side, 228 total. And Isaiah Stewart could just very well not play in this game. Could get suspended. I think Paul Reed's better anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. But let's go through this because I'm confused. You might be confused too because we just got done hitting another lock. Yes, another lock on Daniel Gafford. It's just insane. It's absolutely insane what we're getting from him. 633 minutes with no Luka this season, 21.8% usage rate, 16.9% total rebound rate, low 30s minutes projection. My dear God, how are we getting 27.5 PRA at minus 120 on Hard Rock right now? I don't know. Now, the reason that I'm not going to the 25.5 points plus rebounds is that's sitting with the same juice, and 2.5 is plus 140 here. Again, the 2, what would the over 1.5 be right now? I would say major minus money, and as such, I think combining the assists in based on an assist rate, it's just enough, 11.2% assist rate. If he's going to play low 30s minutes, that's going to still be closer to like the 2.3, 2.4 mark. And I just want to be taking the entire portfolio. So PRA for Daniel Gafford this time around. Again, a very nuanced difference between the points plus rebounds and the points plus rebounds plus assists. I want the PRA. He is locked yet again on Friday. Denver, they are they're laying 9 points going up against Philly, 232.5 as it stands right now for the total. Denver, no injury news to report, but we do have starting lineup stuff to report, and that is Christian Brown sent to the bench instead of Russell Westbrook. And we knew Aaron Gordon was probably going to be starting sooner rather than later, brought that up last show, but I didn't expect Christian Brown to be the one who took the bulk end of that hit. I mean, Westbrook, yeah, he ended up having a decent rebound total, but Jokic, coming off of a game where he got in two fouls instantly. Apparently, Mike Malone doesn't know that you can get up to 6 of them in a game. He took him out for like the entire rest of the first quarter, and then you're just playing from behind the rest of the way because, I don't know, Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA. Just keep him on the floor. Don't understand. I would play Jokic up to like 4 fouls in the first half because I'm going to lose the game anyway, more than likely, and guess what? They lost the game. Coaches, man. Anywho, I'm looking at shorting Russell Westbrook. Same kind of thing I talked about with Bridges. 24.5 PRA, minus 110 Hard Rock. Again, an interesting one, you Floridians. Probably really enjoying hearing me referencing that many times over. Obviously available in a lot of great states. But let's just keep in mind that the darker projections, something that I like to refer to on a day in, day out basis, they very much are in the camp that Russell Westbrook not as good as Christian Brown. After 3 losses in a row there and 4 wins in a row here for Philly, it's weird to see Denver with the -9 number. I think it's true. I think it's effective, but I think the most interesting thing here is potentially to short Russell Westbrook under 24.5 PRA, just a lean for now as well. Let me give you a like before we get ourselves into some more interesting discussion. Chicago, they're getting 4.5, taking on Toronto, 233.5 total for me across the books. Now there's some 232s. Now 1.5 points when you start upping the variance and you have this many possessions in a game with Chicago and Toronto. I think we're expecting bad defense. We're expecting bad things. And, well, the big thing for me is Emmanuel Quickly's got a questionable tag next to his name. I don't expect full minutes, but even like 28, 30 of him, it's going to dwarf a lot of what we're looking at in terms of expectation and usage, assist rate for Scotty Barnes, for Jakob Poeltl. I mean, it's going to be a weird transition yet again. Toronto, so many good NBA players. It's weird that they are so bad. But my data kind of agrees that we should be looking at the Chicago side of things. I haven't bet it yet. Now, it's a lean but technically it's positive EV for now. And I've been doing this long enough. I have a feeling this line gets bet up to 5. That's the only reason I haven't bet this yet, is that I expect to wake up, see a 5, or in the afternoon tomorrow, see a 5, especially if Quickly gets ruled in. Zach LaVine out for the Chicago Bulls. Yeah, this looks really good to me. I have this closer to 2. Yeah, exactly 2. So, Chicago, lean like. You like that? Put in your pipe and smoke it. We got a plus 900 coming, but first, Tails. DuckTales. Woo! Actually, it's not DuckTales. It is the Tails Discord over at OddsShopper. Lindy50 down at the link below. $10 for your first week, $25 for your first month. Damn near sweep in the premium Discord there on Thursday. The only thing that screwed up was I aimed for a middle with Washington. Yep, you heard me. I loved the Lakers at -6.5, but then when it got up to a +9, I had to take the bait, especially at -105 on both sides. Yeah, we ended up going for the middle there, but 3-0 on props. Pretty light Thursday overall, but 2 units up. Good to be back in the win column after a Tuesday that still pisses me off. But would love to see you guys there. Jump on in. The water's warm. Get a bunch of plays on this lovely Friday. Alrighty, y'all. Back to the picks. 3 games to go. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell as we get to a very nice play. And I'm looking at his double-double as well. Didn't even really reference it all that much, but Boston -11 taking on the Pelicans. Only Sam Hauser questionable for Boston. As for the Pellies, you got Hawkins dance in his khaki pants. There's nothing better than do you like his sweater? Jordan Hawkins, that is. Daniel Tice, still got Ingram and Jones there out. But yeah, Daniel Tice doubtful for this one. Pretty thin in the front court. Nevis Messi might have to play more than you'd probably want. But I think there's a world where Zion Williamson, and I didn't even talk about this in the tweet thread that much, Zion Williamson could play some small ball 5. Kind of by default. You kind of have to. With Al Horford on the floor, though, I think he's more than capable of guarding old man Al at the 5 in this spot. Also, I don't really see a major problem with him on Porzingis, who played the 4 at times. I very much think Zion Williamson is on another planet right now. His rates kind of show that. 37.3% usage, 31.3% assist rate, 15.3% total rebound rate. Now, his double-doubles plus 300. Hopefully, there's another book that might show up something here before probably not before I go to bed tonight, but certainly in the morning tomorrow, I'll take a look. It's in our book, Reading Rainbow. But Zion Williamson, 33.5 PRA over on DK is minus 105. Yeah, I'll take the bait here. And I thought about combining it with plus 11 here on the Pelican side, but I don't think you necessarily have to include that piece purely because I think you're probably getting 26, 28 minutes out of Zion no matter what. Even in a game that they're down 15, 16, don't you just bring Zion in early and see if he can go completely apeshit on the world? Because that's what he's done every single game. His last 4, he's out of absolute control here. I posted that in that tweet thread, but I'm done referring to it. Actually, I'm not, because I definitely am going to bring it up the next game. Let's just get out of here. Zion over 33.5 PRA. I like it. Milwaukee laying 3 in San Antonio. Have they had the rodeo road trip yet? I don't think so. Anyway, I'll look at that later. I don't care about it. I care about this, though. Bobby Portis is out for Milwaukee. AJ Green questionable. Only injury news we're waiting on in this one. And the Spurs, they're on the front end of a back-to-back. The Bucks are not. But here's your plus 900 play. How are we getting Giannis at plus 900 to triple-double? Now, his double-doubles are just asinine, but, like, it's insane to me that the assists are being this undervalued because he's got a higher assist rate with the only Bobby Portis off the floor this season. And you could always get like, hey, random Chris Middleton gets traded in the middle of this, or they really try to limit his minutes, making sure that Chris Middleton, who is very injury prone, if he's going to be attached to a Beal trade, attached to a Butler trade, attached to any trade, you got to be careful. Make sure Chris Middleton gets put in bubble wrap. But we're talking without Portis on the floor, 20.3% total rebound rate for Giannis and a 31.8% assist rate. That is much higher than the 27.3% we have for Lillard. I think you're definitely in good shape here firing up a Giannis plus 900. It's just way too long of odds. I expect this to get bet down. I'm one of the people who did it. So come join me, friends. Giannis to triple-double plus 900 at FanDuel.com. Woo-hoo-hoo! It's a tasty meatball. And the last game of the night, the Phoenix Suns taking on Golden State that had the best win of the season by just about any team. I would say Atlanta, when they went into Boston, 15.5-point dogs. No Trae Young. They win that one outright. That was pretty impressive. But I think that Golden State rest Steph Curry. Shout out Steve Kerr. That was a good play by him. No doubt about it. But his rotations, they're killing me, man. Quentin Post barely plays in that entire game, even though you'd think he's out there to like play, the stretch 5 to knock down threes. Nope. Come on, Looney. Kevon Looney goes toe-to-toe with Isaiah Hartenstein because Isaiah Hartenstein was just bludgeoning Quentin Post on the boards. So, yeah, it made sense that Looney ended up getting up to 25 minutes. But, like, they're playing a million guys. Thank God they still have Kuminga and Green out for the time being because now it's going to be like 11, 12 dudes in a rotation when he gets back. Oh, oy vey. But I do have a lot of interesting things on this card, and this is just not one of them. This is just not one of them. I'm looking at the total over 228.5, going out with a whimper, but hey, we got a plus 900 on the card, and I feel pretty darn good about it. And that does it for a quick and easy Friday edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to at Eric Lindquist over on X. Would love to get that follow from you. Would also love for you guys to check out that tweet thread. Let me know what you think. Obviously, giving you all of the analysis, everything I'm always looking at the night before, but now putting it in tweet form because I guess the people really like it. They like it. They really like it. And I think they really like the fact that Thursday was a sweep on the vid and everything was good. And yay. Wish I didn't middle with Washington. What am I actually doing? But anyway, 2-unit day. I'm not going to complain, especially because, once again, Tuesday sucks. So we're going to get ourselves out of here. Thank you, producer Jacob. Lindy50 hopefully has a great time editing this as well. Head to the premium Discord. I'm Eric Lindquist, friends. We'll see you back here in YouTube streets next week. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Friday.